Okay, I think we can get underway here. Yo, yo, let me straighten my hat out. A little bit crooked. Yo, yo, what is good, everybody? It is the Godfather of VR, the ageless one of the man, Lincoln Clay, coming back at you with a live stream podcast, if you will. I want to talk a little bit about Alvo and what I think will happen with Alvo moving forward. Um, Jamal Adams was good, my guy. So for those who have tried Alvo, um, the response from the community is overwhelmingly positive. Um, Everybody knows where the rough edges are, but it doesn't hinder their experience whatsoever. You know, there's some minor tweaks that need to be done. We don't need to beat that drum again, but I do want to talk about why I think Alvo is going to find success on the Oculus Quest. Um, I don't know how much success it'll find on PC because I think PC is like kind of like the wild frontier when it comes to just about any type of game, not just VR. I mean, on PC, they're liable to play any genre of game. But um, to start off with, I think one of the biggest reasons that Alvo will find success on the Oculus Quest will be because of kids. Um, we know that, in my opinion, I think contractors and Onward found success on the Oculus Quest. And whenever I go in there, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter when. It could even be in the middle of the night. There's kids on that on Onward and contractors, and I expect Alvo to be no different. I think kids are going to be one of the factors as to why this game is going to be successful. I think another reason why this game is going to be successful and why I think it's going to have the biggest VR first person community, I think is because of the crossplay as well as the dedicated servers. I mean, we can't praise the game enough talking about how you don't have to wait for matches, and if people drop in and out of matches, it's no big deal. Because it's people rotate in and out, and whenever they're short, they'll fill them in with bots. So because of that, you never have to wait, and it's so easy to play a match and say this is my last one, and then you play another one. It's just that easy. The dedicated servers and kids, and crossplay, I think are going to be the biggest factors as to why this game is going to be successful and probably have the biggest VR community as far as first-person shooter goes. Uh, um, but when I break down the small details, I think Alvo does some things that the other first-person shooters do not do. Um, and I would say the biggest thing is the progression system. Because now that I have to stop and think about it, contractors, Onward, and Pavlov are the big three when it comes to first-person shooter games on PC. And I don't think any of those games have a progression system. I'm not 100% sure about Pavlov because I only dabble in and out of Pavlov. My son plays Pavlov a lot more than I do. But Onward and contractors, yes, I'm certain they do not have a progression system. Their system works by way of points. You have I think you have 4 loadouts, and for each loadout, you have approximately 9 points to distribute any way you want to buy weapons, accessories, sidearms, grenades. So any weapon, all of the weapons are available to you. It's just a matter of how you choose to spend the points. Pavlov, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think in the case of Pavlov, I think you just simply go in there and pick what you want. I don't think Pavlov has a progression system. So Alvo motivates you to earn coins so you can unlock the weapons that you want. So you're not just going to walk in there and just pick a weapon and think you're just going to get in there and go to work. You gotta get in there and earn it. And you're going to take some lumps along the way. So, somebody shoots you with a sniper rifle and you say, I want a sniper rifle. You got to get in there and grind a little bit and get up enough coins to buy a sniper rifle. Whereas a game like Pavlov, somebody shoots you with a sniper rifle and you decide that's the way you want to go. When the round is over, you can simply go to your loadout and pick a sniper rifle. And that's about it. So yeah, the progression system, and I think another key that's going to make Alvo successful, and I'm doing this off the top of my head, so there might be some things that I forget, or there might be some things that I remember, like a few minutes later, a few minutes from now. So another thing that I think is going to make Alvo. I think another thing that's going to make Alvo stand out from the other games is the kill streaks. I don't think I could be wrong. Somebody can correct me if they want, but I don't think any of the big three, Alvo, Pavlov, and Contractors, I don't think they give you any in-game rewards or perks for kill streaks. I think Alvo's the only one that I know of that does that. Kill 3 kills in a row. You get a radio controlled car drone. Then you just saw that drone right there for 5 kills, and then the dogs get loose for 7 kills. And I think Alvo's the only game that I know of that does that. So that it motivates you to get kills. I don't think the other games have kill streaks. I mean, another thing is, I think Alvo might end up having more modes than all of them. Right now we have free for all, team deathmatch, and search and destroy. And I know zombies and domination is coming, and I can't remember if there was a 6th mode to choose from or not. So I think the big three, they all have modes, but I don't know if they're going to have as many as Alvo. So those are the reasons why I think it's going to be successful. I think one of the obstacles, I think, on Alvo, one of the obstacles on the Quest is it could be the price. I still think it's worth the $40, especially given the long-term goals they have for this game. I think it's worth the $40. We're going to get a couple of more maps in a couple of weeks, with more to come after that. But I don't think I don't think adults are really going to have an issue paying the $40, because I think by the time Alvo gets to PC and get to the Quest, the word is going to be out about this game, that it's one of the best games, first-person shooter games in VR, period, not just on PlayStation VR. So I think by the time Alvo reaches the Quest and the PC, people are already going to have an idea of what they're going to get, and I think they already have their mind made up whether they're going to buy it or not. It's the kids. That might be the situation right there, kids say they want the game, and parents find out it costs $40. Some parents might say no. I don't know, but I do think that it's going to be overwhelmed with kids. I think another reason why it's going to be overwhelmed with kids is the gameplay. Naturally, you can run like a lot of first-person shooter games. You can jump. I don't think you can jump in Onward, but I think you can jump in Contractors. In the beginning, I don't think you could. I think they had to add an update to put that in, and I think you can jump in Pavlov, and you can slide in Contractors, but I don't think you can on the other games. So I think that's another feature kids are going to like, is the ability to slide while sprinting. I think they're definitely going to like that. So I know they're going to introduce some more skins, cosmetic microtransactions with some, which I'm okay with that, because I mean, given what they went through, I mean, they do have to try to make money off of this game. So I never, like, my biggest problem with microtransactions I had two problems with microtransactions. One, where it's a pay to win progression, where you pay to get an edge over your opponent. I had a problem with that. And any kind of microtransaction that's in a loot box, where you basically pull in a slot machine and hope you get what you're looking for. So I think in the case of cosmetics, it's right there in front of you, and you either want it or you don't. So those kind of microtransactions are nothing to get upset about. So and if that Joker skin that's in the game right now is any indication, I think they're gonna have some pretty good some more skins, which I think is gonna be pretty cool. So I also think that I'm flying by the seat of my pants here, so there's gonna be some hesitation and stuff. Also think Alvo is actually gonna find the most success on the Quest. And I say that because, again, the amount of kids that's on the Quest, and the kids are loving these first-person shooter games on the Quest. So this one is a little more fast-paced, a little more Call of Duty. Onward is very slow, tactical simulation. Contractors is fast-paced, but it doesn't have a progression system. It doesn't have kill streak rewards, that kind of stuff. So I think this game is going to find the most success on the Oculus Quest. Because of the kid factor. And the Oculus Quest continues to sell like hotcakes. I mean, every time I go into Walmart or Target or Best Buy, one of the things I always do is go by the Oculus display case to see if there's any headsets in there. And in most cases, they put no more than 4 headsets in the case, and they usually get sold within a couple of days. Because I do, places like Walmart, Target, with all that stuff, I normally have to go to those places about 3 times a week, because I'll remember, oh shoot, I got to go get this, I got to go pick up that. So I end up going to Target and Walmart like 2 or 3 times a week. And so last week I went into Walmart, and there were 7 Oculus Quests inside the display case. I came back a few days later, gone. They were sold. And that being said, I did a poll about a week ago asking people, how many headsets will Oculus have sold when they reach the 6-month mark on April 13th. And I think it had been rumored that the headset had sold anywhere from 2 to 4 million during its first 3 months. So if you were to ask me to put a number on it, I would have to say that the Oculus Quest might be sitting on 5 million by now, or close to it. That being said, I think that by the end of the summer, they will have surpassed the PlayStation VR. And assuming Quest 3 doesn't come out next year, I think they'll easily be close to 10 million headsets by this time next year. So, because of those factors right there, Alvo I think is going to be the most successful on the Quest, and the fact that you have all three platforms, PC, Quest, and PlayStation VR, is going to have the biggest online first-person community. So, but I would like to make one suggestion to the devs if they should happen to see this, because they did pop into one of my podcasts before, and they stuck around for about a half an hour and was answering questions from me and the viewers. I would like to make a suggestion. It probably ain't going to set in well with a lot of people, especially the animal cruelty people, but you have the perks where you get 7 kills and turn the dogs loose on enemies. You can kill the dogs. It takes a lot to kill them, but you can kill the dogs. What I want to ask for is, when you kill the dog, can we hear the dog cry? When you hear those dogs barking, it doesn't matter where they're at. The dogs always sound like they're right next to you, which I think that's actually a good thing, because it takes your mind off of the enemies that you might be trying to shoot at or get away from, because now your focus turns to the dogs. You're looking around and want to make sure that the dogs are nowhere near you. So I like that aspect, and the dogs are hard to kill, so I'd like to get a little bit of a reward whenever I finally do kill a dog. If 3 dogs are coming at me and I'm able to kill one of them, I'd like to hear that dog cry and fill up, get a little bit of a reward for getting one of those dogs before I die. So, hey, one can only hope. So there's a request right there. So there's not a whole lot not much more that I can think of. But I do want to let everybody know. Let me see here. What time is it? It is 2:24 Eastern time. I want to let everybody know in about an hour, 3:30 Eastern time, I will be joining my UK partners in crime, Ham VR and Kevy D77. We will be taking a look at Gang V, formerly known as Drive-By. This is basically a Grand Theft Auto in VR. I took a look at it for a split second yesterday, and I'll hold my thoughts until the stream. So if you want to know what I think on the fly, tune in at 3:30. Whether you check it out on my channel or whether you check it out on Ham's channel, definitely don't miss it. And also, moving forward, we are making Monday first-person shooter Mondays. So every Friday, as you know, we'll be doing the ACC as normal with a set of course de competición, and on Mondays we will be doing first-person shooter games. So, and it starts with Gang V. So I don't know, what we'll play next week. That's Ham's call, and I don't know if we'll play something different every week, or if we'll play something for 2 or 3 weeks and then go to something different. I don't know. So, but today we start with Gang V. So definitely come and check that out. And also give a shout out to Ham, because he did the legwork of contacting the developers and got group keys for me, himself, and Kevin. And so another shout out to Ham. He's been putting in the legwork, talking to devs and getting keys. And I think he's gotten 3 of them in the past 3 weeks with Gang V, Guardians, and grapple tournaments. So grapple tournaments and Guardians are actually good games. So I would definitely recommend them if it looks like something that floats your boat. So I think that is all I got. I definitely want to thank everybody for tuning in. Um, Hell, the way I'm feeling today, I love Alvo so much. Don't be surprised if I come back with an Alvo stream right after we get done with our Gang V stream. Yesterday was so much fun uh, with him, and I didn't get much drift. You know, I had a moment where I had a little bit of drift, but for the most part, I didn't have that much drift, and I was getting accurate kills with the sniper rifle. So that was a lot of fun. So I think that's gonna do it for me. Really short stream. I didn't plan on it being long. Um, I think I've already gone over everything that I can think of. So that being said, I'm gonna get ready to boogie on out of here and get prepared to join Ham and Kevy D. And we'll see you all on Gang V for those who want to join us. That being said, I'm gonna boogie on out of here. You guys know the line. Wakanda forever. Long live the king, and deuces. Taking taking a moment for me to get to that. All right, we'll see you, everybody.